Hi, this is Mark News from Plant Talk Radio. Thanks for subscribing and listening to our podcast, Your Gardening Questions from Plant Talk Radio. To help keep this podcast free, we're partnering with Stoke Seeds. More than just a listing of vegetable and flower seeds, the Stoke Seeds website is a complete resource center with valuable information on seed starting, planting, and harvesting, plus all the gardening accessories you need to make your garden the envy of the neighborhood. Pre-order your free 2018 gardening guide today from stokeseeds.com, cultivating successful growers for generations. We'll have more to come from Stoke Seeds in the next few weeks. Now, on to today's question.
Welcome to a special edition of Your Gardening Questions. This is Brett Johnson. I'm sales manager for Plant Talk Radio and our podcast, Your Gardening Questions. We are at the Midwest Green Industry Experience, MGIX, in Columbus, Ohio. It's presented by the Ohio Nursery and Landscape Association. With me right now, one of the exhibitors at the MGIX, I have Bill Herzog from Kurtz Bros. Thanks for being with us, Bill.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
What is your role at Kurtz Bros?
I'm the nursery manager.
Let's talk about what Kurtz Bros offers in regards to supplies for homeowners, and we want to touch upon like the mulch, topsoil, and such like that.
Sure. Yeah, we carry a wide variety of mulches, both dyed and undyed. We've got a couple black products, double or triple processed, depending on what the homeowner's needs are, and Ever Brown, which is a triple processed brown. We carry one called Custom Hardwood, which is not dyed, double processed, if that's something that the homeowner would prefer. We carry those both in bag and bulk. And as well as leaf compost is a good seller for us, and our soils as well. We do in both bulk and bags.
You've got examples of the landscape supplies there at the store, right?
Absolutely, yeah. All the locations have a display set up so that the homeowner can come in and see exactly what it is they're buying.
You're also a drop-off for yard trimmings. Let's talk a little bit more about that.
Yeah, I mean, that's something that we offer the homeowners. They could bring anytime they're doing something in their yard. Get busier, like when storms come by and whatnot. People can bring in all that material that came down, or if they're just doing spring cleanups, leaves, twigs, branches, that type of thing, and drop them off at our locations.
You stop by, you see all the plant material that you have. Let's start talking about when we'll start to see some plants pop up in your landscape.
Well, Mother Nature kind of dictates that. So this winter, we're actually having some winter weather. Last year, not so much. The nursery is open year-round. Whether I sell any material or not just depends on the weather. Last year was okay. This year, not so much. So it's snowing pretty good out there right now, and I think that's probably why the show's a little on the downside here today.
Before we started recording, you mentioned that you have a brand new service, which I think ties in everything you have to offer, some landscape design services.
Yeah, we've branched out to that aspect of the business as well. If we get a lot of customers that come in that have bought a new home and they're starting with a clean slate, or they've bought an older home where the previous owners weren't into landscaping so much and they want to kind of spruce it up and make it look better. So we can offer a service where we can come to your site and do something as simple as a quick sketch on graph paper, or if you want to really get grandiose about it, we can do a full-blown color rendering of a master plan for you as well.
What are the location destinations for Kurtz Bros?
Right now, we've got the Westerville location, and that's the only one with a nursery. We've got one on Hootchard Road in Plain City. We've got the Frank Road location down at 71 and Frank Road, and our stone quarry out at Alexandria. You
mentioned your hours are much different than most, so you get a little bit more convenient than other locations.
They are. We're open 7 days a week during the spring months. That's when I have my annuals in. Now, that's just the Westerville location that's open on Sundays. That's because of the nursery being there. We do carry a full line of annuals, vegetables, hanging baskets, that type of thing, which really drives that retail business in on the weekends for us.
Thanks for being part of the podcast.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Thanks again for listening to the podcast. If you have a question for Fred, go ahead and email us, fred@planttalkradio.com. And for the best selection of vegetable, flower, and herb seeds available, go to www.stokeseeds.com. Pre-order your free 2018 gardening guide today from stokeseeds.com. Cultivating successful growers for generations.